Have you ever wondered how the theory of evolution, a concept that redefined our understanding of life, came to be? This revolutionary idea was not born in a vacuum, but sprouted from the curious mind of a young boy named Charles Darwin, born on the 12th of February, 1809, in the quaint town of Shrewsbury, England. From a young age, Charles found himself immersed in a family that valued knowledge and intellectual curiosity. His father, Robert Darwin, was a successful doctor, and his grandfather, Erasmus Darwin, a respected natural philosopher. Growing up in such an environment, Charles was naturally drawn to the sciences, though his passion for nature was uniquely his own. In his early education, Charles was not particularly outstanding academically. However, his fondness for the natural world was evident. He spent countless hours exploring the great outdoors, collecting specimens, and observing the intricate details of plants and animals with a sense of wonder that was far from ordinary. This love for nature wasn't merely a childish fascination, it was a profound curiosity that would guide the course of his life. As a young man, Darwin attended Edinburgh University to study medicine and later Christ's College at Cambridge University to study theology. Yet, in both places, his fascination for nature remained undimmed. At Cambridge, he spent a great deal of time with botany professor John Stevens Henslow, whose mentorship further fueled Darwin's interest in the natural world. These early experiences laid the groundwork for the monumental journey he would undertake aboard the HMS Beagle, a voyage that would eventually lead to the formulation of the theory of evolution. So as we see, the seeds of Darwin's groundbreaking work were sown in his early years. His insatiable curiosity about the natural world, nurtured by his family's intellectual environment and his own innate love for nature, shaped his path to becoming one of the most influential scientists of all time. But young Darwin was not just an ordinary boy fascinated by the wonders of nature. He was a young mind destined to shake the very foundation of biological understanding. The year 1831 marked a pivotal point in Darwin's life. Young Charles Darwin, then a fresh-faced 22-year-old, embarked on a journey that would change the course of scientific history. This journey was aboard the HMS Beagle, a voyage that would last 5 long years and would take Darwin around the world. The HMS Beagle, a 10-gun brig sloop of the Royal Navy, set sail from England in December 1831. Darwin was aboard as the ship's naturalist, his primary role to study the geology and wildlife of the various regions the ship visited. As they navigated the globe, Darwin collected an array of natural specimens, plants, animals, and fossils. The Beagle's voyage took Darwin to the shores of South America, the Galapagos Islands, Australia, and the southern tip of Africa. Each stop was a new world for Darwin, a chance to delve into the mysteries of nature. On the volcanic Galapagos Islands, for instance, he observed a variety of finches, each uniquely adapted to its specific environment. This voyage was not just a trip around the world, it was a journey of discovery that shaped Darwin's revolutionary ideas about evolution. It was during this voyage that the seeds of the theory of evolution were sown in Darwin's mind. Darwin returned to England in 1836, his mind brimming with ideas and questions. He spent the next 2 decades refining his theories, ultimately culminating in his groundbreaking book, On the Origin of Species. This voyage not only broadened Darwin's horizon, but also paved the path towards a groundbreaking theory. Upon returning to England, Darwin was armed with a wealth of knowledge and a burning question. He was bursting at the seams with observations, insights, and an idea that would shake the foundations of biology, the theory of evolution by natural selection. Darwin devoted himself to his research, painstakingly examining specimens, poring over notes, and grappling with the implications of his observations. He was a meticulous scientist, methodical in his approach, and dogged in his pursuit of understanding. He spent over 20 years refining his theory, driven by an unyielding curiosity and an insatiable desire for truth. But this journey was not without its challenges. Darwin was acutely aware that his theory was at odds with the prevailing views of the time. The concept of species changing over time, of humans sharing common ancestry with apes, was a radical departure from the static view of the natural world. He grappled with these implications, wrestling with his own doubts and anxieties. He feared the backlash, the ridicule, and the potential damage to his reputation. Yet, despite these fears, Darwin pressed on. He was compelled by the weight of his evidence, by the conviction of his theory, and by the pursuit of scientific truth. His work culminated in the publication of On the Origin of Species in 1859. It was a landmark moment in the history of science, met with both praise and controversy. The book laid out the evidence for evolution, explained the process of natural selection, and challenged the conventional wisdom of the time. With the publication of his work, Darwin introduced a theory that would forever change the way we perceive life on Earth. He transformed our understanding of the natural world, showing us that life is not static, but rather a dynamic, ever-changing tapestry. His theory of evolution by natural selection remains one of the most revolutionary and influential ideas in the history of science. Darwin's work was met with both praise and controversy, a statement that encapsulates the tumultuous journey of Charles Darwin in his later years. As Darwin continued to delve deeper into his research, his theory of evolution stirred the scientific world, garnering both acclaim and dissent. On one hand, the scientific community lauded Darwin's revolutionary concepts. His theory of evolution provided a new lens through which to view the natural world. It offered an explanation for the diversity of life on Earth, challenging the static view of species. Darwin's work prompted a paradigm shift, redefining the understanding of life's history and complexity. However, not all reactions were positive. Darwin's theory was seen as a direct threat to the traditional beliefs held by many. It clashed with the religious teachings of the time, sparking widespread controversy. Critics dismissed his ideas as heresy, leading to heated debates that echoed through lecture halls and living rooms alike. Despite the controversy, Darwin remained steadfast. He continued his research, further solidifying his theories. His work at Down House in Kent, where he lived for over 40 years with his family, became a hub of scientific exploration. It was here that he penned many of his later works, further refining his groundbreaking theory. But Darwin's life was not solely dedicated to science. He was a devoted family man, sharing his home with his wife and 10 children. His personal letters reveal a man deeply invested in his family, finding joy and solace amidst the rigors of his scientific pursuits. In 1882, Darwin passed away, leaving behind a legacy that continues to shape our understanding of biology. His work has become a cornerstone of modern science, and his theory of evolution remains as relevant today as it was in the 19th century. Despite facing criticism, Darwin never wavered from his path, and his legacy continues to inspire and influence the field of biology. A testament to the enduring impact of Charles Darwin, a man whose curiosity and determination changed the way we perceive the world around us. Charles Darwin, a name synonymous with the theory of evolution, was a man who dared to challenge the status quo. Born into a world where the prevailing belief was that all species were immutable, he ventured on a voyage that would revolutionize our understanding of life on Earth. As a young, curious naturalist, Darwin embarked on the HMS Beagle, a journey that took him around the world and exposed him to the rich tapestry of life. He collected specimens and meticulously recorded observations, setting the stage for a theory that would shake the foundations of natural science. His groundbreaking work, On the Origin of Species, introduced the concept of natural selection, a process where organisms better adapted to their environment tend to survive and produce more offspring. Darwin's theory of evolution by natural selection provided a scientific explanation for the diversity of life on Earth, a puzzle that had puzzled scientists for centuries. Darwin's later years were marked by a deep commitment to his research and a valiant battle with health issues. Despite the controversy his work ignited and the personal toll it took on him, Darwin never faltered in his pursuit of truth. Today, Darwin's theory of evolution remains a cornerstone of biological sciences, shaping our understanding of life's complexity and grandeur. His insightful observations and his courage to question established beliefs have left an enduring legacy. They remind us of the power of scientific inquiry and the importance of challenging prevailing notions in the pursuit of knowledge. His life and work underscore the interconnectedness of all life forms and highlight our shared ancestry with all organisms on this planet. They inspire us to look at the world with a sense of wonder and respect for the intricate web of life that binds us all. Charles Darwin, a man of relentless curiosity and immense courage, forever changed the way we understand our place in the natural world.